I am the Dollar Sportsman. Thank you for joining me today. I've got the Air Venturi Avenge-X out here doing a little egg practice. We're gonna shoot some eggs at distance and see how easy is it, what kind of groups we get, and also a first test with the DNT Optics Thermnight. Let's see how it does. Let's get to it. A very special thank you to Zan Projectiles for sponsoring our channel. We're not using Zan slugs today, we're using just pellets out of a 25 cal. Zan doesn't make 25 cal pellets yet, but he does make 30. So if you need them, pick them up. There is a link below, zanprojectiles.com. Also a very special thank you to Utah Airguns for sponsoring our little channel here. We really appreciate those guys. They are fantastic and they're so super helpful. They work with me on videos. They've sponsored my competition guns for the last several years and they all work great. So check that out. Go pester Travis at the front desk because he has got the mutton chops. Power! And he needs to share that power with you. So go talk to him. Travis, ask for Travis. He knows what's up. UtahAirguns.com. There is a link below. Now guys, we have got the new DNT Optics Thermnight, which is one of the coolest optics. This is the 635, which means 640 resolution thermal, which is very cool. We will be doing more testing with this as we go. Today, what we're doing is we're seeing how clear it is, how easy it is to work with, and how the ballistics app works on the inside of this. It connects to an app on the phone, and I put in which pellets that I'm using, and we'll see just how accurate it is and just how it works with firing. So that's gonna be fun. The Avenge-X you have seen plenty of times. This is super accurate. This is the carbine version though. So we'll see if we can shoot an egg at 50 yards all the way out to 100 yards. That's gonna be tough. An egg is a tough target to hit. We're only going about 815 feet per second. In fact, probably close to 810 out of this right now because it's so cold outside, which at those distances, there's gonna be more variation if you can't the gun, if there's wind or anything. So we're just gonna try and see what we can do, splatting some eggs, and the other object of this is to see how much force is still brought to those eggs at those distances when we start to go that slow. Because we're gonna see if we can hunt with this at distance and still have an impactful result. So let's get to it. Boom. Oh yeah, looks good. Very good. So yes, that is my wife to the left, which I really appreciated her coming and helping with the camera work here. Nice. You'll notice that I don't have the footage from the DNT when I was sighting in. That's because when you go to sight in, it doesn't record it. So I've got my target cam on here, and you can see the original impact point after I sighted. Now we're right in the zone, which is really, really amazing. I did have a couple of other adjustments here that I had to make, kind of going back and forth because I would cant the scope a little bit, and then I would think that I was dialed, and I wasn't. One really nice thing about this scope is the fact that it shows the cant
right, so we zeroed it
at the bottom, which you'll notice here in just a minute.
Well. I'm not sure if it recorded that or not, but you can see we're on target. I'm just going to go for that top left target here. That was off. Yeah, better. Still ever so slightly off. Wind from that direction. Okay. So I'll make an adjustment here.
A little more adjustments and not canting the scope, and then I am finally, boom, on target. Let's get to shooting some fun stuff.
Bullseye.
Good. All right. Very simple interface to figure that out on getting it dialed. It took me a few times. I'm not sure why. I think that's probably due to me tweaking it this way and that way. So I need to be careful to hold it dead. But I think we're ready for eggs in super slow motion.
Let's do it.
So we've got some eggs just in time for Easter here, a little beforehand. which is why this is going to be the most expensive video I have ever produced. These are like $1,000 an egg right here. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Let's, all right, so we're gonna shoot these. We're gonna see how accurate we can be with the Carbine Avenge-X on an egg at different distances, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I have uploaded all of my data as accurate as I can get into the ballistics app that they have in their DNT app and uploaded it to the camera. So we'll see if it gives me proper holds and all that. I've got to figure that out. So let's get to it. 50 yards for the first egg. All right, y'all, here we go. Egg at 50 yards. Thermnight is started. Make sure I am level. There we go. It has a level inside it, which I really appreciate. Obviously, I'm not using thermal right now, but that level makes a huge difference because so often I don't realize that I'm shooting cannon. So, okay, enough talk. Here we go on the egg. Firing! That was awesome. Dang. Woo, okay. I honestly didn't expect that much pop. JSB Hades pellets right here. Well, actually, no. These are the FX Airgun atomic pellets, which are the same as the JSB Hades pellets, just so that you're aware. But they work exceptionally well out of the Avenge-X. 50 yards, one shot, one kill. Let's look at the slow motion on that. All right, guys, 60. I'm gonna walk out the target to 60 and get it all ready to go, and then we'll shoot at 60 yards and see if we can do a holdover and all that with this. We'll find out. First time using the range finding and all of that, so we'll see if it works. All right, y'all, let's see if I can figure out how to do this. I have the instructions in the car. Might need. I'm not getting any range setting. Oh, it's because it's covered. There we go. Okay, this says I'm only at 55 meters. Need to change that to yards. 61 yards. And we also need the ballistics. I'm gonna take a quick shot at that target so we can confirm here. All right, that's appropriate. So more work to come on the ballistic finder, but all right, here's for the egg. Here we go, firing. Nope, missed it. Fire one more time at that box. Okay, there it is. Here we go, firing. Yeah! "60 yards, there it is, half a mil of hold at 60 and still devastating impact. Awesome. All right. I think for ease of use on this video, I'm going to shoot tethered for the rest of this, just because it'll be simpler. Ah, there's our hold point. Okay, I didn't know how to do it. Now I know. All right, it's properly telling me how much to hold now, but I need to get an accurate range. There it goes. Okay, 72. All right, now it's getting the right range. So I did notice, because the rangefinder is a little lower than the viewfinder, I think that's where there's a discrepancy. So the further out, I notice if I'm pointing too low, it ranges too low. If I'm pointing at the top of the box, it sees it. which is interesting. I'm not sure why that is, but it's good to know. So this tells me then at 72 to hold 2 mils. There's a little green dot in the middle that tells me where to hold. Okay, so we will give that a go. Let's see where this is hitting. Like 1.75 mils. See that one more time. Little bit of variation there. 1.75 mils, firing. Nope. There it is. All right, that was a harder shot. I didn't expect it to be that hard this early. Make sure everything is right and tight. Okay, let's see. Let's see how we do. Now that I've updated the ballistic data, let's see where we are. 81, very good. 2.3. All right, let's see if that holds true. Let me go for that top right. Not bad. You can see we've got left. All right, it's still better ballistics than what I have shown, but it's relatively close. So we'll take that. All right.
Few moments later.
All right, let's see where I can hit here, because this is a struggle here at 80 yards. It should be right on. I'm struggling to actually hit the egg. There it goes! So good group down there, but I really struggled to hit that egg at 80 yards. Don't know why. So let's do 90. All right, guys, we've got 90 yards. All right, let's see what kind of group we can do at 90. 3.4 MRADs, it says. Dead money. Same hole, maybe? All right, so it's just a little less. And we got some wind coming in to the left. All right. I canted. There we go. Okay. Just over it. There it is. All right, 90 yards. We got a little bit of memory left. Let's go for 100. All right, guys, the final test, 100 yards. Let's see what this says to hold. We'll take some shots at the target and see if it is right. 102. It says to hold 4.5 MRAD, 103. So, all right, let's give it a go.
All right, we got wind to the left.
That pellet went through the same hole and I couldn't tell. So you start to see me hold a little further to the right each time. And the reason why I'm doing that is so that I can actually get an idea of where those pellets are landing. If you watch that holdover point, the green holdover point, you'll see it continually move over further to the right. So I can get a good understanding of where those pellets are actually hitting.
Yeah, right at the 4. Okay, here we go. There it is. And the other one. Ha 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 ha! There we go.
Dang. Woo, that was tough. Egg challenge is tough. Good groups out of this at 100 yards, 90, 80, and 70, but the actual egg itself, any variation that I made in canting this gun ever so slightly, or any variation in the wind because it's going so slow out to that distance, caused a deviation in impact for a target that small. So you got to keep that in mind. Really accurate, fun gun, but for the carbine, probably recommended to keep it 80 in. I think that's what we're finding out. Although, I did get 2 shots at the 100 yards there in a row with this, which is pretty cool. Well guys, expensive shoot. I'll pick that up after. That was super fun with the Avenge-X, but I am telling you, I struggled to hit those eggs. I really did. We had great groups at those distances for going as slow as this is, but definitely a challenge to hit an egg at those distances. So there you have it. The Thermnight worked really well. The ballistics I need to work on because ballistics are going to be different depending on elevation and a lot of different things. And if you don't have it dead on, you can have slight variations. And we saw that today. I increased the ballistic coefficient and that helped some. I needed to bring it up further because we're actually getting pretty good ballistics as pellets go with this. We were consistently higher than what it was telling us to hold. And that's good. Now, in terms of how this worked, I did notice that it would move the entire reticle so that I could still aim in the center of the screen, which is very nice. This thing was clear shooting. We could see eggs out to 100 yards, which is pretty cool. Very easy to use. The menu was great. The focus was easy, and the zoom is really impressive on this. It is digital zoom, but it's out to 20x. And we did see some pretty dang good clarity out of that. So I am impressed so far. We're going to do some more hunting and some thermal work with it soon. You'll have to keep watching to see that. In the meantime, I appreciate you guys watching. I am the Dollar Sportsman. Thank you to my wife for being camera lady out here today and getting us the super awesome slow motion that we could see of those eggs and seeing just how impactful this was. Now, realistically, in terms of hunting, I would say you're still going to have an umph, but if you're going for headshots, you're probably going to want to keep it 70 yards, maybe. We did get a couple of good solid shots at 100 though in a row, so it can be done. But you might want to go for body shots if you're going for birds at those distances if you're using the carbine, right? When we did the long version of this, we were nailing soda cans out to 150 yards without even thinking about it. So just keep that in mind. I appreciate you guys watching. A very special thank you to Air Venturi, rather, for sponsoring this video because they're fun. And they're fun guys, and we enjoy working with them and with the Avenge-X. So I appreciate that. Sonus sent this out. We've been using this moderator for a long time now. Works very well. I really like it. Very good stuff, guys. Keep watching. We're going to have fun. Still testing the DNT. This is technically a borrow for now. We'll see if I can use it enough to keep it. Let's find out. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Ramble, 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 ramble. I'm good at rambling.